The podcast is ending.
It's over, huh?
Yeah.
We had a good run. Almost 10 years.
We've been gone. How long's it been since we did an episode?
2 weeks. 2 weeks. And people I'm not even joking. I was everywhere. Like, I'm out and about all over the country. Accosted. People come up to me and go, oh man, you guys gave up, huh?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Do you understand when sitcoms used to go? They used to go from September to May. And then you wouldn't see them. Seinfeld then came back in September.
Our TV show, we would be on like 3 months a year.
Yeah.
And then off.
Yeah. Podcasts have spoiled.
Well, just content in general, like just nonstop. There's like daily vloggers and it's just constant.
I mean, even Kai Cenat gave up, right?
Yeah, he burnt out. He cut his hair and changed his whole identity. He became a fashion guy. He's like, this is stupid. I'm going to make clothes. Yeah. So we look. I'm kidding. Not only is the podcast not over, but we have a very special guest.
Yes.
I would say one of the Kathy's favorite guests.
Yes.
And I would say most
substituting for Anand because Anand had a baby.
Anand had a baby. Congratulations.
Yep. So
Anand's out.
Had a baby boy. He'll share that whole story when he comes back.
Yep.
But
in the tone of fatherhood.
Yes.
I brought on my father.
Oh, there we
Andrew
go.
Pfaff.
I thought the podcast was ending and I was going to be the new guy, but that's not the plan, apparently.
He's been talking to Josh. He showed up just to record.
Yeah.
We ended up being here.
Yeah.
So one of the Kathy's favorite guests really got a lot of good feedback on your radio voice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. So
it's WKRP.
Cincinnati.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
I didn't plan anything. Do you have any questions?
Well, I think the questions will come with all the topics that we have going on.
Because do you want to know anything about like?
Well, one of the things I wanted to talk about. So there was an article that came out on Twitter 2 days ago, maybe today, maybe yesterday, from a handle called Citrini Research, SCITRINI Research.
Okay.
And the article was written from June of 2028.
Okay.
And in June of 2028, this particular person is predicting 38% correction on the S&P 500, 10% unemployment and absolute chaos, because everything that AI was supposed to do, it actually did.
Right.
And basically causes widespread panic in 2 years.
Right. Is this like a viral post or something?
It's a viral post. It's a very...
And is it like detailed of what happened?
Exactly.
Right.
It tells you that in the next 9 months, we're going to hit 8,000 S&P 500.
That's great.
Basically the world is going to rip.
Yeah.
And then the realization that AI has replaced white collar jobs start happening. And it's just the cascading effect of, okay, well, white collar jobs get replaced. Then there's a huge crash. So there's $13 trillion in home mortgages that will stop getting serviced because all these people with jobs lose their money.
Right.
So, home values plummet, defaults on mortgages. And so it talks about like the gig economy getting crushed because it becomes autonomous vehicles, on and on and on.
Right.
It is a very doomer view of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And it's making the assumption that we are all the dumbest people on earth. And we're just going to sit there and be like, yeah, it's going to be fine.
Right.
It's just going to replace our jobs and we're just going to be great.
Right.
It doesn't make the assumption that we're going to adapt to technology.
That's right.
And going to change. And I'm going to give you my anecdotal and then I want to hear Mr. Pfaff's version of it. But I've gotten so many DMs over the last month of people that listened when I went on my rant on Lovable in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
About how they are building things that are like changing their career, changing their businesses.
Right.
And I think what we forget is like humans are generally resilient. And I would say particularly Americans are resilient.
Right.
And that you adapt, you learn, and all of a sudden there's something new that comes about that you take advantage of, right? And I think that to me is really interesting because I'm in technology. I live in a bubble where AI is just like crazy. It's going to change the world. It's me very scary.
Right.
So I'm curious to hear your perspective, sitting in Akron, Ohio, utilizing AI tools. One, what's the sentiment on the ground? Two, how are you using it?
Okay. Well, first of all, on the mortgage front, my house is paid off, so I'm not worried.
Well, what's interesting is
humble brag.
So the other thing that was part of that is that I call that too. I think 50% of mortgages in America have been paid off.
Yeah,
homes don't have any debt.
Yeah.
So it now you're narrowing the impact of catastrophe.
Right. AI itself, I think, is just as a tool.
Yeah.
That we're still trying to figure out how we're going to use it. Right now, I'm just kind of playing around, having fun with it. I'm not using it for anything super constructive at the moment.
Yeah.
I would say group chat turned you, though.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, I would agree, probably.
Because it was one of our episodes where we were saying, like, if you don't use it, you're stupid. And he called me and was like, all right, how do I use it?
So, and it's just, So it's in photography. It's working its way into photography as far as that goes. I remember in photography when things went digital.
Yeah.
So many of the older people, well, that's it. I'm out. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to. And you could adapt that idea and leave, or you could go with it. And I think AI is kind of the same thing. I don't think any of us really know where it's going to go yet.
Yeah. Can I ask you this? Yeah. So did I cut you off in the middle of something? Okay. Like, what's the feeling? Like, is the feeling that it's like evil and going to steal everyone's job? Like, what do people talk about over the breakfast table at the diner?
I think a lot of people are just uncomfortable because they don't know what it is. They don't know what it's going to do. And so they're kind of nervous and cautious. I mean, that's the best thing I can think of to say about it as far as that goes. It's definitely a topic of conversation. But sometimes people don't know what they're talking about because they don't know really what it involves.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of rumor, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. And nobody really knows for sure.
Have you heard, other than the story you told me the other night, which is interesting, about Halamez using it to turn a guy's head. Yeah. Are people using it and telling you about, like, how are people using it?
I don't know that work-wise or productivity-wise, I've run into too many people that are using it yet. Like the promo thing I did for the band, obviously something along that line, for writing things. And consequently using that, I suppose, in your business to make more impressive presentations about certain things you're trying to get across, so on and so forth.
But you have to remember, early internet is a very, my references are all Seinfeld. But in
for your whole life,
it's okay, right?
Literally my whole life. There's an episode where these are only for the diehard Seinfeld fans, where Lloyd Braun was selling computers, and George's dad was like, "You need to sell computers too." So George starts selling computers. Tries to sell one to Jerry. He's like, "What do you need a computer for?" He's like, "The internet." He's like, "For what? What do you do on the internet?" He goes, "Stock quotes and porn." and you have to remember, like, in the 90s and early 2000s, it was stealing music,
right? Napster.
Porn and stock quotes.
Yeah.
And then chat rooms was the big thing, right? So
it still kind of is just those things to a degree.
Yeah. And so, like, productivity was not part of the conversation in the early internet. And so if you look at AI, so like a year ago, I'm in an echo chamber of technology. So like I was using AI for emails and research and information, and it was okay. It wasn't great.
Right.
And then I would say over the summer, it got really, really good for those things. And then over the last 60 days, and this is how fast things are happening, the last 60 days, everything kind of changed. And so I just took, we went out to Sunday night dinner with my family. You guys just saw my kids and wife. And I had to do a presentation for a 5-year projection for a brand we work with.
Yeah.
I did it in 5 minutes
At dinner.
at dinner.
Yeah.
I literally put all the inputs and I'm not grammatically correct by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
I'm just like, yo, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. I'm talking, I have 7 tabs on Excel with all the projections, gross margins, profit, potential, channels. I mean, it was like the equivalent of me hiring McKinsey or Bain for, 3 months.
Right.
It got done in minutes. And that information and that ability to research and learn that quickly is game changing.
Yeah.
Then, so in December, I talked about Lovable and how I was using it. And I felt like Lovable was an incredible gateway drug into AI because it was so easy.
Right. And
in the last 2 weeks, I ventured into Claude.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And by the way, like just as like an anecdotal consumer user of this product, I pay $20 a month. It's not like I have like Claude Max or anything like that.
Right.
It is so much better than ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It's like another planet. And the speed at which these things are happening. And so this article comes out and everyone's just like, it's so amazing what you did. I'm so glad. And he basically says, the investment thesis behind it is own as much NVIDIA as you can, buy some bonds. Universal basic income is coming. Like people are just like, we're just going to watch everything just get fucked around us and not do anything. Right. And I just don't believe humans are just going to sit around and just get displaced. I just refuse to believe that.
No, because it also discounts the entire other side of the coin, which is all of the opportunity.
Yes.
So it's simply that, like, the way that I see it used is a 10-person company can handle the bandwidth now of a 50-person company. Okay, great. So now that company is going to grow. They're going to hire more people, but those people, it's almost like for every one person, it's 5x with AI or 10x or 100x or whatever, right? But it still is opportunity and money and growth. And there are still like you can run a projection at dinner that would have taken a group of people to do. But in order to actually fulfill that projection, that needs people.
Yeah.
And so there's just like such a huge piece of the conversation missing.
Yeah.
That is like, but what's the opportunity? What's the growth that's going to come from it? What's the more jobs that'll come from it?
I also think people forget I forgot this stat, but I think like, I looked it up years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I looked it up. I think like 60% of America works for small businesses.
Yeah.
Like we all think everyone just works at NVIDIA and Google. No, actually nobody works at those companies.
Right.
And the reality is they're going to fire everyone anyways because they're like displacing themselves.
Right.
But like having institutional knowledge about any industry with AI makes you like bulletproof.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that like a lot of people don't realize is what's happening is that like, if you actually know something that other people don't, and then you start building something for that specific use case, you're kind of a superhero.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's just a different, like you sitting at dinner is the same as what you plus like 5 at a minimum, like consultants and weeks of work would have been before. But once again, like it's just increasing your opportunity, which is going to take more people.
And which is what happened. So I had to send this guy this projection by tomorrow morning and I have an early morning flight. I start panicking. I hadn't even worked on it all weekend.
Right.
I sit at dinner on Claude. I'm just banging it out.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, this is very thorough. Very impressed.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you.
Yep. Right. It's incredible.
It was nothing.
It was nothing. Literally nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't even work on it.
I was eating cheese sticks while I did it. No, I don't know. It's just number one, I just don't have like a doomer mindset. And I also, every way that I've seen it actually be used, it just creates, once again, your projections and that positive feedback from a client.
Just to actually hit those projections, it requires a lot of people.
A lot of people. And even if it's like making the product and I know you can say like, but robots are going to make all the product and but whatever, sure. You can say that. But like the only way that I've seen it used at all increases opportunity and ultimately jobs. There are certain jobs, and you kind of said it, like, funny enough, the jobs at the companies who are innovating AI, Google, like those people there's a lot of people who probably won't be needed. Yeah. But there is so much opportunity.
So if we took like, let's say what's the global population? 8-9 billion people, probably
8 billion-ish, yeah.
Let's say 1 billion people have used a combination of ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Google Gemini.
Right.
There was a stat that came out that said that only either 0.6 or 0.06%, I think only 3 to 5 million people pay 0.3% of the 8 billion people pay for any AI tool.
Right.
Pay for it, right?
Right.
And so when you pay for it, the reason why that's relevant is when you pay for something, you tend to use it more.
Right.
So because I pay for these services, I feel obligated to use them.
Right.
I feel beholden to them because I have to pay.
Right.
When everyone discovers this, and like, this is why like I keep pushing, and I've been very aggressive with our team about learning these things. You start realizing with the possibilities, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is. But
by the way, because you're a photographer, I don't know if you played around with this. I think it came out on Thursday. Google released a product called Pomeli.
Okay.
All you have to do is put a product shot and it creates a campaign based on whatever mood, whatever vibe you want. So a few brands that I'm involved with, I sent them the link. I did the first prompt. I was like, what do you think? And they're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like, if you got a creative director and you had an agency develop a concept around photography.
Right.
It took 5 minutes. It wasn't instant.
Yeah.
It took 5 minutes.
Okay, that's a long time.
Beautiful pictures, storytelling. And to me, that's like, everyone looks at the Doomer comments is like, oh, agencies are over, photographers are over. I looked at it as like, no, you just unlocked the biggest opportunity.
Made it more available to more people.
Yeah, why not?
Who might not have the talent, so to speak, or the connections to begin with, or the money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about, a lot of people are very negative on the future of LA and Hollywood because being creative is being commoditized. Anyone can do it.
Right.
I don't know if you guys have seen the clips from Seed Dance 2.0.
No.
Seed Dance 2.0 is a new LLM. People think ByteDance is behind it. It's a Chinese LLM. It's only currently, they locked it down because it was so crazy.
Yeah.
You have to be a Douyin customer in China with an Android to get access to it.
Right.
But the clips coming out of this,
it's video.
I mean, it's like Independence Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. So one view is Hollywood is screwed. Everyone's out of a job. The other view is all three of us get to make movies.
Right.
There's a very particular movie I want to watch. I want to watch the new version of Mighty Ducks. And I can't watch it. I want to watch the new version of Sandlot. And Hollywood won't make it. And actually, this is an interesting story. I don't know if I share this, but I was talking to a friend of mine who's a big Hollywood producer. And I was like, why don't they make sports movies anymore? Like Mighty Ducks, Sandlot's Rookie of the Year. That's what my kids want to watch.
Right.
And he's like, the problem is that the economics only makes sense to make movies that are global. And the global audience understands animation. They understand Marvel, Star Wars.
Right.
So, making a movie about kids playing baseball in rural Indiana or whatever doesn't connect with global audiences. And so the cost doesn't make sense. So like in my eyes, I'm like, okay, fine. I can understand that everyone's capitalist.
You can make your own for your kids.
Yes, I'm going to make
the main characters be Dom and Miles.
Yes.
And you can just make your own movie.
Make my own movie. If 50 people want to watch it. But guess what? We get the exact movie we want to watch.
Yeah.
My kids want to watch like a movie about like sports in a neighborhood where kids are talking shit to each other and making fun of each other.
Yeah.
Literally, Sandlot and Rookie of the Year, where they're like, pitchers got a big butt.
Yeah.
Like that's what they want to watch.
Yeah.
They don't want to watch an action-packed fighting movie. They literally want to watch that.
Yeah.
But studios can't do it. So I can make a movie for them.
Yeah. Yeah. That I do like the idea of being able to make your own movie for your family movie night.
Yes.
And like naming the characters after your kids and like their favorite little things, you know, they like ice cream.
And it's nuanced in the food. Like my oldest has a, you know, very serious pistachio and cashew allergy. So imagine they went to the diner.
Yeah. Tie that into the storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be incredible. To me, it's very similar to what happened with like 20 years ago. If you would have said like everyone has a HD 4K camera on their phone and all the editing software on their phone and unlimited potential reach of distribution, you would not only not believe it, but you would be like, oh, well, that's going to kill every industry, everything, right? And instead, it's just given us
bigger. Everything is bigger.
Right. And now all of those people is now a whole economy that is promoting movies in the box office. And now so I don't know. It's always created more opportunity every time.
And I know the technology people feel like AI is different. I think they forget human ability to be resilient and creative, and that will evolve and we'll move on.
Right. And there's also a natural filter of like quality, right? So even though everyone has the same tools that Logan Paul has and the same distribution channels, not everyone's Logan Paul. Like all the great creators are going to rise to the top. Yeah. The same way with great brands, great whatever. There's now all these tools, but it's still, there's just going to be a new, like I bet there will now be a creative agency that leverages all of those tools that you just talked about that'll figure out how to do something super crazy. But there's like a quality.
Yes.
You know, everyone should have every tool. Yeah. It should be a level playing field. Still, the best quality is going to rise to the top.
I mean, there is no barrier entry to start a clothing brand today. Zero.
Right. Technically, there isn't. But there's still like a willpower, ingenuity, like get it done mentality. There is still a filter.
Yeah, but anyone could do it.
Anyone can do it.
Yes. If you choose to launch a clothing brand in the next 2 weeks, you could do it.
Yeah. But I kind of feel like the same way that they say, like if you gave everyone in the world, whatever the quote is or the assumption is, like you give everyone in the world $10 million, all the money reverts back to how it is today.
I think you're going to use like, you give everyone fish, but if you teach them how to fish.
No, this one's different. This one actually says, this one actually says they're going to lose the fish. But there's a belief that if you gave everyone in the world $1 million, $10 million, after X amount of time, after 5 years, all of the money would go back to where it was because it's more of like a discipline, financial knowledge. Yeah. It's more about that.
Yeah.
And I think there's also a little bit of that to it. Like you said, anyone on earth could start a clothing company today, but there's not that many people taking the initiative, putting together the story of what it is, building the brand, building the audience. Like it's still really, really hard.
Yeah.
It's not like, an LLM can do it all for you. It can,
I also think the issue with the AI conversation is that everyone has this like innate need to be the king of the world, which is just not the case. Like, and one day, hopefully, now that your parents are here, you'll have kids.
Yeah.
Your motivation.
You're more worried about it than they are.
Yeah. Your motivation changes dramatically.
Yeah.
Like you're not, of course, you're motivated, but you're motivated for very different reasons.
Right.
You're motivated to be able to provide for your family. And if that is the case, and, you have to, I don't know, you have to do construction, you have to drive a car, you have to do whatever, you'll do it. And by the way, you'll be happy. Yeah. And that's what's happened time and time again over time. And I think with technology, there's going to be these new businesses, new industries, new opportunities. People will adapt and people are optimizing for a higher quality of life. The one thing AI will do will make things cheaper.
Right.
And so I actually don't believe that universal basic income will come. I think universal basic services will come.
Right.
Where like our healthcare costs will plummet.
Right.
I think if we're all driving, so I haven't had a car for 6 weeks. I've been taking Waymos everywhere.
Right.
I did the math. It's cheaper for me.
Yeah.
It's not convenient because I have kids and they have shit I have to take everywhere.
Right.
But like outside of that, it is cheaper for me to not, when my kids are older, there's no reason for me to have a car.
Right.
With insurance, the risk of getting parking tickets, broken into, stolen,
repairs and things,
storage,
maintenance. Exactly. It's car wash. Car washes are expensive.
Yeah, they are. And time consuming.
I'm a once a year car wash guy.
Yeah.
Like, thank God we've had
Whether
a
you
rainy
need it or
couple
not.
years.
Yeah, you just need rain. Yeah.
But like, I'm not getting car. But like, I did the math. And I'm like, taking a Waymo is cheaper for me.
Yeah.
I believe health insurance over time will go down. I believe a lot of things will go down in price.
Yeah.
If that happens, I don't need as much money.
Yeah.
So my needs dramatically decrease. If I don't have to work as hard as I have to work right now, and I get all the things I want, I assume I'm happier.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I assume I'm happier,
Right.
which then creates a better community, better society.
But also my whole thing is like, even kind of the picture you just painted is just as likely, I think more so, because I think there's a general human nature issue at play here.
Yeah.
But I think that's just as likely as the doomer scenario.
Yeah.
There's also like a really good outcome. It always reminds me too of like, they were sure in the room when they invented it that the nuclear bomb was the ender of humanity.
Yes.
They were sure. And up until today, fingers crossed, but what it has actually done is kind of stopped. There's like a mutually assured destruction issue
if
here.
one person does, it's over.
Right. And so now, like, I would say it's kind of throttled everyone's like war appetite because everyone knows now that everyone has one. And so it's like, oh, no, it was the polar opposite of what you were sure
That's a great example.
was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, they said it in the room. We all watched Oppenheimer when they.
I couldn't even stay awake. It was such a terrible movie.
Right. Well, it was just too long. It just didn't work.
I'm looking for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
The Rock, Kevin Hart.
I want that short attention span.
Imagine, see, but you could make it with
Yes.
your new AI.
What's-
Imagine the Rock, Kevin Hart, Oppenheimer blend up.
I'm having The Rock be Oppenheimer, Kevin Hart be the president,
Einstein.
and I said I need it done in 23 minutes.
Yes, and he's
That's
like,
all
"You
I
got
got."
it, boss."
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the thing. In the room, when they figured out nuclear fusion, they said, "This is it. This is the end of the world."
Yeah.
Oops, we accidentally created it.
Yeah.
And literally, one could argue it throttled war as a whole.
Well, I mean, it definitely did.
So
It hasn't been used.
right. But I'm saying even like I don't feel like anyone even I know there's a lot of war and a lot of stuff going on right now, but like there hasn't been a World War III.
Yeah.
Like I think everyone kind of chills a little because everyone knows that the other person has a nuke. But like, once again, it's just, I don't think human nature is to
It's self-destructive.
destroy itself.
Yeah, no.
Like there's a reason why like I don't know. Humanity continues to evolve in a positive direction by every number.
Yeah.
Even though things right now feel like everything's crazy, everything sucks, we have no future. If you look at all the data of life expectancy of every real number, everything is in a positive direction.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's in our nature to let something destroy our own existence.
Yeah. I mean, I believe that. I think that the fear would be if you let AI take control of everything, then the AIs may.
I just don't, it's just like, to me, you know what it feels like is like, okay, if everyone can make Armageddon movies on their phone, then what's going to happen is people are going to really value like authentic human content, or someone's going to create some new social media platform that doesn't allow AI, or someone's going to like, there's going to be an evolution. It's not going to be just like, oh, now there's 50 Armageddons that come out every day and you don't know which one to watch.
I have two anecdotal things that have happened over the weekend. One, so my kids play sports, so we're at parks and from morning to afternoon, literally every single weekend.
Yeah.
Today, I've never been because I'm always traveling or busy or whatever. I took our oldest to a chess tournament, and
He plays chess.
Yeah, and it started at whatever 9:30 in the morning till 4 p.m.
Wow.
Long day.
He was playing chess the whole time, or kind of watching him play?
No, you play
Like a
4 or
tournament.
5 games,
right.
but there's breaks in the middle. And in the middle, they play more chess. They do puzzles. They play football. They play basketball.
During the breaks.
Yeah, they fight, whatever.
Right.
And one of the parents goes to me at the end. He's like, "What'd you think? This is your first tournament, right?" I go, "Yeah." He's like, "You know what I was most impressed of?" I'm like, "We've been here, I don't know, 7 hours.
Right.
There's not one screen.
Right.
Not one kid complained about being there. Like when we were leaving at like 3:45, even Miles was there for like half of it. They did not want to leave.
Yep.
And everyone is like, "Oh, AI, doom, doom, doom." Like, but then when you put people outside,
right,
and you let them get some sunlight and they play and they get to experience basic shit, they're so happy.
That's what I'm saying. There's like a human aspect to all of this that like it's almost like everyone's sitting around like, "Oh, it's the end of the world. AI is going to take over." Like, no, because kids are going to want to go outside. That's a business opportunity.
Yes.
That's something that someone will start a business of.
And by the way, if you were up in LA at 5 a.m, Team USA beat the shit out of Canada.
No AI there.
Let me tell you.
The most riveting moment, that's the other point. The most riveting moment that everyone is talking about in the country is a real human moment that you can't.
Between USA beating Canada and Alyssa Liu winning the finger.
It's literally all the guys and girls are all talking about those two people.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so as much as Claude released a new release, all the Seed Dance 2.0,
right?
The passion around this is specifically an America thing. There's nothing more exciting than Winter Olympics at this moment.
And from what I see, the Alyssa girl, there's like a story to her. Like she retired and came back, and so there's this human storyline of like she gave up or she quit and then she came back and she did that one move where she spun around and every girl that I know has posted that. But that you only get that from a human doing a hard thing and it being televised. So like the outlook of like, but all of our content's going to be made on Claude is just like, no. It is proven.
That's the problem with, if you're in an echo chamber of technology people, they don't actually live in the real world. They're dorks and they're nerds and they have autistic. No idea what's actually going on.
Yeah.
They never played sports. They never figure skated. They never played hockey.
Yeah.
They never were at the park. They never got into fights. They never went to the dance. They didn't have like, when your life is all said and done, let me tell you what you're not going to remember. Anything you did on the fucking computer.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
That's for sure.
You're going to remember a few key moments with family, some friends.
Yes.
You know, like, and we shared this when our friend passed 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And so it was his birthday the other day. So a group of my high school friends decided to go to dinner just to kind of, remember him. And so we sat there for 3 hours reminiscing about the dumbest shit we did growing up.
Yeah.
Like whether it was sports, playing cards, just like very specific stories of just like, I mean, we obviously didn't grow up with technology. Like I had a computer, but like it was just not part of our childhood.
Right.
It's just like, I don't think people understand what's really going on.
Yeah. And I think that it's as simple as like, once again, like I remember we saw it with VR, right? Everything's going to be VR. Facebook changed the whole name to Meta. Everything's the metaverse. In the future, you're going to be having meetings. Remember that stupid Mark Zuckerberg conference room? Like so stupid. And it turns out, no, you're not.
You know where Mark Zuckerberg is? In Miami.
Yeah, with
he moved to avoid taxes.
With sun and vitamin D and on his stupid little wakeboard thing with human beings. But my point is like, oh no, it just was wrong. Yeah. Like no one wants to sit in their home alone with some big stupid thing on their head and pretend to talk to Shirley and Ryan and whatever across the table. No, it just doesn't work. And so there's no business for it. And so it goes away. And I just think so much of this AI stuff, it's like, but what if? And in the future, it's just going to be. And like, no, I think humans will start to value. I think there's a chance. I'd love to see an article from 2028 about the world where like social media got kind of killed by AI because all the content was fake. All of it was stupid. And so people started to go outside again.
I saw someone post this.
Did they?
Where they basically said, I'm taking opposite and social media dies, technology relevance in your daily life dies.
Right.
And if cost of everything goes down and you're not obsessed with work and whatever content, you're going to have a way higher quality of life.
Right.
There's a chance it goes completely the opposite way and our life becomes so easy that like I wake up, I play tennis.
Yeah.
I go have a nice breakfast
Your
with
little
my
bots
family.
are working away, making your projections. And
and I think the problem is that people don't realize that, and I'm saying this because when you have kids, you'll realize
I get
this.
it.
Keep working on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
This guy cares, but he asked me more than anyone else in my life. Jeez Louise.
Shout out to Eric Deluxe. He got engaged. Did you know that?
No. Did he post it?
I don't know, but he's engaged.
Shout out to Eric Deluxe. That's great. Went over the weekend?
Last weekend. And
Shout out to Eric Deluxe.
But you know, you're two of my close friends that I want to see have kids.
Yeah.
And the reason is that like, and look, it's not just kids. It's just like a different perspective on life. You just quickly realize, I mean, you guys have, you know, your parents are here. So like you guys may have probably a similar view. Like there's nothing else. Like,
Once you have kids, you mean?
Look, no, I don't want to make it that like kids is end all be all because like kids are end all be all to me.
Right.
Because that's what I decided to do. I know a lot of people choose a different path and they don't want to have children, but it's more about like whatever it is that you realize it's not about money. It's not about anything but just like joy.
Right.
And for me, kids bring me a lot of joy. It's fun.
Yeah.
Like I'll sit there and talk to them and like, you know, I was excited to introduce them to your parents because of LeBron James, but like, you know, the other night I was like, my youngest used to eat dinner and I go, you know, who eats a lot of dinner? LeBron James eats a lot of dinner.
And then he ate?
And he was like, what does he eat? And he goes, he eats all his vegetables. He eats pizza. He eats potatoes.
Yeah.
And he's like, show me. And I literally go on ChatGPT, create a picture of LeBron James eating pizza.
Yeah. Well done.
Here you go.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, Bron James eats that? I was like, yeah.
And then he ate his
He
dinner.
ate it.
That's funny.
But it's like, for me, like, so like, the people on like Twitter are talking about like world domination, where it's like, I want my kids to eat their fucking dinner.
Right. 100%. That's why that's my biggest point. I think it's like, it's the view from kind of like you said, like the nerd where everything is data and computer and it's just, it doesn't take into account humans being humans.
Yeah.
Once again, not to be annoying here, but the nuclear bomb can destroy all of humanity, but humans are going to be humans and say, oh, well, we didn't take into consideration fear and, you know, how we would.
Good checkmate.
The dynamic. Yeah, right. And so I just think like, I don't know. I think you could very well wake up in a year and all the rage could be like products made by humans as opposed to like made in America.
Yeah.
And it could be, oh my gosh, the most booming industry are events. Yeah. And oh my gosh, and who would have thought? And now all of a sudden, every entrepreneur, everyone we know is going to pivot and be all in on
activities,
the human economy.
Yes.
You know,
they're like, have you guys heard of a picnic?
Right.
You bring a blanket,
literally.
You bring some food, and you sit outside.
Yes.
And I'm seeing it at raising children in like this, you know, digital age. If you have money, you don't show your kids screens.
Right.
If you don't have money, you let your kids have screens.
It is a weird, like,
it is a weird
divide that does exist.
Like literally, like in our school, no screens fucking anywhere for anything.
Yeah. But I will say in my, we were just talking about this the other day too, because we were talking about, okay, I saw, I have learned that in my adult age, I really enjoy like being outside.
Yeah.
Like I like to run, I like to golf, there's something I like about it. And I saw a thing that said, whatever you gravitated towards as a kid, make sure you still do as an adult. So if you played outside a lot, make sure you get outside a lot. If you were up late, then be up late working on your business. If you whatever. Learn how to tie your like natural instincts into your day-to-day life. So anyway, I brought that up to my parents because I spent so much time outside as a kid. And they were saying that my cousin's kids today are the same way. And they're outside on dirt bikes, and they're like what 6 and 5 or 4, and they're young,
like 5 and 3,
right? But they are just all they want to do.
Because their parents realize, you have two choices: you can toss an iPad, or it can be outside,
right? And apparently now they give them iPads, and they're like, "No, I want to go ride dirt bikes."
Yeah.
Or like it's snowing, and they're like, "Yeah, but let's go play in the snow." And like I just think it's
I believe that like parents will end up. 99% of parents are going to toss these iPads.
I think it's the new food. Like it's the same as food, I think.
Yeah.
It's like, do you let your kids eat fast food or not? I would say in general, there's probably a wealth correlation, but it's not the only thing. And I think that it's very, very similar.
It's a matter of time, right? It's a wealth today, but in a few years, it'll just naturally change. So my youngest, so I want to give a shout out to my wife, who not into sports, but is now the 5U commissioner of baseball at Pan Pacific Park.
How did that happen?
She got recruited. She's like an asset, like a CIA. Like
what's 5U mean?
5 under.
5 and under.
5 and under.
So they're like, hey, she's pretty sharp. We need to talk to her.
Yeah.
That's right.
So she's now we call her commissioner around the house.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like stressful with a lot of parents and kids and whatever. But so today was like a baseball event at the park, and I had to go to the chess thing. My youngest and Haley went there, and we saw them at dinner. And as soon as I walk up, Miles, my youngest 5-year-old, goes, "You know what I saw?" I go, "What?" He goes, "I saw a kid have a Coke." I go, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah."
It's literally like he saw a kid doing Coke.
Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, he was drinking Coca-Cola." And I was like, "Oh yeah?" I'm like, "What'd you say? Or what'd you do?" He's like, "I told him he's not going to grow."
That's great. That's great. That's
So,
what I'm going to say to kids on iPads.
Yeah,
soon.
my kids have had Sprite 3 times, and they're like, it's like they just haven't. They're having a very different childhood than I had, which was wild cherry Pepsis and fucking Costco brownies.
Right. Mountain Dew. What was your thing?
Well, yeah, wild cherry Pepsi was my.
Yeah. What was your concoction? Oh, I was thinking
6
Oreos. I was thinking Oreos.
6 Oreos and some whole milk. Yeah.
You know what Dee's childhood thing was? He would take 6 Oreos, smash them up, put them in whole milk, and have like a cookies and cream milkshake.
Yeah, an Oreo milkshake.
Yes, every night.
He was 300 pounds in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yes.
And all my kids are like, "Oh yeah, I saw this kid have Coke."
That's what
and
I'm saying.
And I was like, "Yeah, I used to have 6 a day."
Yeah,
6
literally,
a day.
Literally. I just think there's a human. I think it's a very like sci-fi worldview to say no jobs, everyone's strapped into a computer,
No.
I just don't think it's real. But I feel like we should talk to my dad.
Yeah.
Like we haven't given enough.
Oh, that's all right.
I know you have questions. I know there's.
What's going on with Team USA? Was Akron pumped about that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I didn't this year because of a variety of things, didn't follow the Olympics as much as I have in the past, but it seemed to be the chat around town when we go to eat. People were half the places we eat, they have 9 TVs on, and obviously that was on
they were into
all the
it?
time. Yeah.
Every time I turn it on, it's freaking curling.
Yeah.
Curling was on so much, I literally missed everything.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Why are we still curling? That's not a sport.
No, it's not sport.
That's like what you do at like a senior citizen's home.
Yeah, I want to see.
You can't have senior citizens on ice. I'm sorry.
What's that game? Right. What's that game that is in the backyard?
Shuffleboard?
Shuffleboard.
Yeah.
It's literally shuffleboard on ice.
Yes.
Get out of here, man.
I think Olympics should be capped at 25 age.
Participate?
Yeah, like I want to see only young people do things.
I know, but the problem is you only get like one shot.
You know how much more you'll care?
I'm with
If
it.
you only have one shot.
If you have one shot.
You train your whole life, you get your one Olympic.
Yeah,
like from 20 to 25, somewhere in there.
Yeah, you get one, like you age out. Like you can't, there's no Tom Brady at 43 doing, it's like.
I wonder who the oldest Olympian is.
I mean, curling, there's people.
You could
so
be 80.
Old. Yeah.
Literally, it's so stupid. Yeah, I feel like, I guess because it just has to be global. I just feel like I have a real gripe with the Olympics. Like there's just so much nonsense.
Like
curling
sports, yeah.
Or like,
well, I think they're searching, right? Like Winter Olympics.
Isn't there like cross country skiing and rifling like in the same?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I never really figured how those went together.
Couldn't you learn that in a year?
Yeah.
Couldn't you have a focused year and any athletic person could figure out how to compete? I mean, I just feel like, or like if you take a sniper, like an army sniper, and I mean, cross country skiing is just walking on snow.
Yes. It's like having a big shoe.
It is. It's literally that. It's so dumb. We just got to slim it down. Because I feel like you get those like that moment of Canada versus U.S. hockey was blockbuster.
So good.
I mean, that impressions wise has to match. I would say that and Alyssa must match like
Super Bowl,
all Olympics impressions.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Yeah. Especially because the kid who scored the winning goal, his teeth were all missing too.
Yeah, he looked like a star. He
and
looked
then
like hockey.
I find out his girlfriend is Tate McRae.
Really?
Yes.
Good for that
Who's
kid.
Canadian. So they were like, we stole your game, we steal your girl.
Oh, wow. Wow. And I love like the Canada beef, because right now there's like an America-Canada, we're gonna be 51st state.
Yeah.
And we just stole your whole sport.
I don't know if you saw the video, but there's a video going viral of Kash Patel like spraying champagne and beer in the locker room.
It actually is him?
It's him. He was there. And everyone's losing their mind that he was in the room. And apparently he's like a hockey fanatic.
Yeah.
And so he follows all the hockey.
And that kid is dating.
And then
Tate
obviously
McRae.
and he's dating Tate McRae.
Oh, it's just made for the internet gold.
I also think it's like, when you look at like USA as a country,
the greatest.
And I think like it's fascinating to think that like this one country of 400 million people now?
Yeah.
Of an 8 billion population.
Yeah.
Just so happens to be pretty fucking good at everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Why did that happen? I mean, freedom, right?
The eagle.
That's what freedom gets you.
Eagle.
Yeah, I think that's what freedom gets you.
Yeah. What's your perspective on that?
As far as
like why
America being the greatest,
like and I mean like there's nothing like America. Like it just keeps fucking winning. And I'm not even.
It's probably the most F words my dad's heard.
Yeah. That's right.
But it's insane that like just full domination on everything.
Yeah, I think my dad subscribes to that, right?
Yeah. Well, we had to fight to be a country. And
he also had like brothers in Vietnam and a dad in World War II.
Yeah, right.
And I mean, he's part of the like memory of why we're here.
I remember reading the Tom Brokaw book, Greatest Generation.
I feel like there's a different feeling when like you or your people, your generation, like actually
you've seen the sacrifice.
Yeah.
Firsthand.
As opposed to like you were born and like when TikTok was a thing.
Well, I think it's very easy. So I've had we haven't been in 2 weeks during the podcast, but in that time I went to the Super Bowl. I, went, shout out to the Revolve team. They invited me to a dinner with Chris Paul the day he retired.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And Bob Iger spoke and
Dwayne Wade or
D Wade and Carmelo Anthony. It was just like an amazing dinner. Just, I love sports. So it's like even more special.
Yeah.
And then last night I went to go see, I took my kids, our friend Mickey invited me to the LAFC game versus Inter Miami, which had Messi. We're at the Coliseum, and we sat down, me and my kids. We got there early. A couple shows up next to us. Your skin tone, and
Why'd you point
yells,
to me? What, tan? Beautifully tan.
Yeah, white. And is during the national anthem scream, "Free Palestine,
Ugh.
fuck ICE."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, whoa.
How old, roughly?
50?
No way.
50 years old. Older than me, 100%.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is they're like they're still too young.
Yeah.
They're still entitled.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, who are you fighting for?
Yeah.
Like, by the way, we're fourth row at the LAFC game,
Also, yeah.
watching Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
Like, who are you kidding?
Yeah.
Saying that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's like, that's wildly popular. I just feel like there is this interesting thing. And I didn't think about this until you asked my dad what he thought. But like, we are just getting further and further from seeing the struggle that it took to become this country.
Yeah. Well,
and I don't know if you self-destruct. I don't know if like, it's sort of like being a rich kid. Like everyone now is a trust fund baby.
Yeah. Did you watch the Grammys?
I did not.
You did not. Did you see the clip of Billie Eilish on
stolen property, on stolen land? Yeah.
What's your thought on that?
All land is stolen over years. I mean, people are trying to, I think, so much judge stuff that happened 70 or 100 years ago or 50 years ago, pick a time, on today's morality.
Yeah.
When thinking and stuff back then, it was all about survival.
Yeah. And
so people were just trying to survive and do the best that they could. Didn't always do the right things, but did what was the right thing for them. And once again, I think that's people that have taken the freedoms that we have way for granted.
Yeah.
They just feel way entitled. Most of them, or a lot of them, don't know what they're talking about. They don't know the history of their own country, let alone the countries they're criticizing. And they don't want to spend the time to learn about it. They just want to spend some time to scream about it.
But get lazy for a second, and China's going to steal this land, or the next person, or like, what do you think?
Yeah, and
Russia's working on the Ukraine right now.
Russia would love to steal our land.
Yeah,
I guess what is not necessarily your opinion, but if you were to think about people you know, and you see Billie Eilish say what she said, there's no way you could be a liberal, right?
It would be real difficult. It'd be very difficult.
Well, yeah, I think it's becoming, because especially if you're talking about him and his friends, it's like the gap is getting so big.
Yeah.
With Billie Eilish. Like, no, it's illegal, I'm stolen. It's just like LA nonsense. You know what I mean?
But the thing is
when you have like brothers who were in Vietnam, like I said, like it's a different perspective. Like I think Billie Eilish said that 3 years ago, she would have been like, we wouldn't have even felt comfortable saying what we're saying on the podcast.
Yeah.
But I think now the general majority response was like, that's
You're
stupid.
an idiot. Yeah.
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 And I think that's really promising.
But I think that's kind of my point, is that you look at Team USA, they win the figure skater. You look at what's happening in AI. You look what's happening in the economy. There's only one country. It doesn't even make sense to me that no one else has picked up on whatever formula America has.
Right.
Like literally no one. It is effectively fucking unlivable to live outside of America.
But because this is what I would say. I think everyone is scared, including us, to do what we do. So even though I joked about the bald eagle and freedom, I think the reason, other than if you take away geography, the reason we became this is because the best ideas win, and you can start a business and you can whatever, right? And you can't, like the closest anyone who got to competing with us on that level is China, and they reeled it back in. Like they sort of had capitalism for a minute, and they said, no, too much power. Jack Ma, get him get him painting.
Get him painting.
And I think there are people here who are trying to do the same thing. It's too scary. There are people that want way more rules and regulation and all that stuff, and they're trying to squelch that thing. But I think, not to sound like I'm like, this is ultra bald eagle speech, but like when you let the best idea win and the most talented one win and you stay out of the way of it, this is what happens.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's scary for leaders to let happen. And so even our leaders, there is a strong force in our country trying to stop that.
Yes, there is. And I think in 50 years from today, like, you know, whatever, great grandkids, they will be studying what happened during this time. And I think, I don't want to put Trump in the Abe Lincoln, George Washington bucket because he's not.
Go ahead and do it.
He's not I
know you want to put him in
good
there.
steward of, you know, like humanity.
He has some rough edges.
But he is, what he did do is stop the fuckery.
Yeah.
And that will be rewarded, in my opinion, because it was so out of control what was happening.
Right.
And you see like common sense kind of bring back to the.
What worries me is like, I think you're right that as far as stopping it, but like the Mamdani things and stuff like that feel like there is a pendulum to him.
There is, but the California governor race, the two leading candidates are Republican.
They're leading?
Yeah, Steve Hilton and Sheriff Bianco, I think his name is.
They're beating who?
They're beating.
Who's the super left?
There's a new guy, Mahan, who's the mayor of San Jose. He's not even in the top 4. Katie Porter.
Oh yeah, Katie Porter. That's who it was. She's getting smoked.
She's 3rd. In California, only the top 2 go from the primary to the general election. So if it would happen today, it would be the 2 Republican candidates and it would be a red governor.
But they're like actual, like they're not former Republicans. They are Republicans.
Yeah, but like none of their policies are like, they're not saying, oh, if you wake up tomorrow in California, you're getting deported and abortion is fucking
right. But we would have a Republican governor potentially.
I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger was a Republican governor.
Yeah,
I voted for him.
Yeah, no, but that feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, just because you're young.
No, I'm saying, listen, I'm saying
but
that
the
like
pendulum swings.
It's sort of like when you look at like the stuff Bill Clinton and even Obama said about like immigration, and it's like, oh, what a lifetime ago. They're saying, ICE
the
and
czar of like
deportations
immigration, Tom Horman, whatever his name is, appointed by Obama.
And got a medal.
He got a presidential medal of honor from Obama.
Had a medal put around his neck by Obama.
And Obama's nickname was Deporter in Chief.
Yeah.
Yes, and he was proud of it. And if he said if a Democrat said what he said today, they would be. So that's what I mean when I said it felt like a long time ago. I feel like it was way before the polarization.
Yeah,
but I think you're right. I think it got really crazy, and hopefully it never goes there again.
Yeah.
But that's just my concern is I see, and that's why I just wish like Trump just does not do himself any favors in like, if he was just
he could double his popularity if he didn't talk.
Oh, if he was just a little more.
I enjoy his talking.
I know you do.
Yeah, but for the comic relief, not for
But I think like I think if he played that game a little more, and I agree, I've said this before, if he was any different, he wouldn't have been able to weather the storm that he weathered to even get elected again.
Yeah, he's a psycho.
He's a psychopath. But man, it's just, I worry about the like pendulum effect, because I do think
huge.
When you talk about like, even when you listen to like the All In guys or those type of guys talk about it, they talk about like how much regulation they were trying to put on AI or how much crypto and all of these things that are the reason, in my opinion, we became so dominant. Yeah. If you try to regulate everything to death, you just slowly become everyone else.
Yeah.
And I think that's really, really dangerous, because I think like if we compete on that playing field, I don't know that we win over the long. Like China's doing some really good stuff. If we compete under the super regulated oversight playing field, I don't know that we win.
Yeah, I think I don't think we win either. And I think it'll self-regulate because there's enough people that know that America is great because of its independent thought and the way that we operate. And frankly, I think there's enough immigrants that believe that more than people. Like I'll go far and say like a lot of the minorities I know are more fucking right wing.
Yeah, because they've seen the alternative.
Yeah, you do not want to go back to what they came from.
That's the difference. That's why I even talk about my dad's perspective. He's seen like that struggle to get here. Or if you're from another country, you've seen how bad the alternative is. If you were just born here in Portland and have had a pretty good life, I just think it's like trust fund baby syndrome. Like you go the other way.
Yeah. I mean, if you grew up in Portland, I get why you're angry.
Because there's no sun.
The weather's terrible. Yeah.
It's just great. Why Minneapolis, though?
For what?
Just everything. Why does everything happen in Minneapolis?
I
mean,
there's something in the water.
Is there a CIA headquarters
lakes,
there
right?
or something? There's like all this stuff.
Are you referring the Quality Learning Center? Is that?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like the shootings, the ICE shootings, the Leering Center, George Floyd. Yeah. That stuff is all really close to each other.
Yeah.
That's strange. Wasn't there a school shooting there somewhat recently?
It could be a function of
the CIA,
the groups that decided to live there.
Is there any? I felt like there was a Ohio question we had around. I don't remember, around like Leering Center times. There's no fraud happening.
Well, supposedly Columbus has some issues.
Who?
Columbus, I've heard, has some issues secondhand. I don't know to what degree or whatever the case may be, but
that's childcare stuff, or what did they say it was?
Fraud things and a lot with the the same population that's in Minnesota.
Somali.
So, yeah.
There's a big Somali population in Columbus?
That's what I've heard, but that's secondhand, but yeah. Because I heard supposedly ICE was making a move from Minnesota to Columbus.
You guys have never seen anything ICE, right? It's too small.
No.
In Akron,
no.
Crazy. I think all the things that are happening in that part of the country, it's eye-opening when you been living there your whole life and then you see money being pillaged.
You're talking about Minneapolis?
I'm talking about everywhere. Like in LA, it's happening too, right? Like we all complain about resources, public resources. Like I'm at a park today and my 5-year-old has to poop.
Yeah.
I told him you should not poop.
No chance.
And he goes, why?
I gotta learn to hold it, buddy. Yeah.
And he goes, we walk into the toilet. He goes, I think I'm just gonna pee. Because there was shit on the seat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just think about like how much money I spend in this little bubble, and my kid cannot take a shit in public toilets.
Yeah, I just think for whatever reason that way of thinking just hasn't broken through. Yeah. Like it's still tax the rich.
Yeah.
The fact that once again, Mom Donnie's message lands instead of a question, because the big joke now is that Mom Donnie's in and like he's like asking for money and like people to shovel snow and stuff and show ID to shovel snow. Yeah. And it just blows my mind that nobody asks. Like, we're entrepreneurs. If we went to go raise money, you've done it many times. Yeah. If you go to raise money, the first question is, can I see how you've been spending your money before I give you money? Yeah. And we just don't ask that question. No. They just say we need more money, more money, more money. The business, in this case, the city, gets worse and worse. And they say, it's because we need more money. But nobody says, well, how have you been spending the last money?
And if you do, you're racist.
Literally. It's just crazy that like, I guess like they've done such a good job at not getting people to ask that question.
Yeah. Well, part of it is, and like in if you look at a city like New York City, especially if you live in Ohio and you come to New York City, you're like, oh shit, nobody speaks English. And it is an immigration issue. And it is about like, one of the things this administration said was like, we love immigration. We want immigrants to come here and make $500,000 a year. That's the type of immigrants we want. Because you know what that means? We're getting the best.
Right. They're productive.
They're like ultra productive, not people that are on social programs that take advantage. Because like, look, there's enough people in America that need welfare, social programs to get through the day. Why are we basically importing people that also need that help? Right. If you're just running, if you run the United States, you're not a humanitarian. Your job is to enhance the experience for the citizens of this country.
Right.
Right.
That is your only responsibility. You're not responsible for the rest of the world. And so just being like very objective, you look at New York City and you're like, damn, there's a lot of immigration. There's a lot of people that are on social programs that are not helping the city.
Right.
And so, yeah, of course you're like, of course they voted the way they voted. Because they're like, yeah, man, I'm not making any money. I'm not doing anything. But like, if my cousins from India now want to come to America, they have to be brilliant.
Yeah.
If they're not the best,
they have to contribute.
They need the best.
Right.
And so I'm okay with that. Like, you know, like it was difficult for my parents to come here. It wasn't just like, yeah, come to America. No, it is what it is. And they earned the right to come here and they respectfully treated the country and they got treated well.
Right.
And they had a great experience. And that it's not the United States job to fucking take care of the whole world.
Right.
And that's where people forget. Because most people, like a Billie Eilish, who actually has global tours, all the countries she tours in are very racist. Every country outside of America is racist.
I know, but you know what it's like to be her in those countries.
Yeah.
Like, meaning like she's very insulated.
Yeah.
She might as well be in West Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know, no matter where she's
in the West Hollywood in every country.
Yeah. Right. Just like she's in a little bubble.
Yeah.
A little Billy bubble. But yeah. Is there a lot of political talk in Ohio still? I mean, there must be, right? Or like
not if you're smart.
Right.
Yeah.
You just avoid it.
Yeah.
Is
like my question,
Vivek Ramaswamy going to be governor? Does he have a shot?
I don't think so, but
who's his opposition? He really shot himself in the foot.
It escapes me at the moment. I don't remember.
What did he do again? Why'd he mess up?
Just annoying.
Yeah.
He's an annoying guy.
He just looks annoying.
Yeah.
You know, his hair is annoying.
Oh, cut the hair.
His shoes are annoying. He's just annoying.
He had it on a platter.
He's arrogant.
And getting back to your previous discussion, we were saying about people coming to America. They came to America for opportunity and they wanted to be Americans.
Yeah.
When I was young and playing in bands, like my teenage years, we played a lot of German American clubs, Italian American club, the Polish American club, whatever the case may be. They were proud of their heritage, but they wanted to be Americans for what it provided. The lab that we use was from a Ukrainian couple that came over when they were 16 and 14 years old that started the lab and made a really good life for themselves in the process because they, quite frankly, worked harder than most of us because that was their work ethic. But they wanted to make something of themselves. They're proud that they're Ukrainian, but they wanted to be American, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
No,
not just take.
How could they not?
Yeah. And not just
seen our hockey team.
I'm going to use a different company. I'm a German. I want to come to America to take everything I can get because it's easier for taking, but I believe in my German goals and so should you guys.
Right.
And I'm using Germany specifically because I don't want to name another country to offend anybody.
Right.
So
because nobody likes Germany.
Yeah, Germany. Yeah. Use Germany forever.
Nazis, like whatever.
And my heritage is German anyhow, so hopefully I'm safe with that.
Yeah, you can abuse them forever.
Yeah. So it's for opportunity to contribute and benefit from that, not just to take from that.
Yeah, and I think the problem is that we're so far removed from people who came to this country because they were seeking a better life. They just came here because like, yeah, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Well, it's still seeking a better life, but it's like this different version of like, it'll just be given to me.
Right.
In like my care package when I arrive, as opposed to like, no, there, if you work crazy hard and whatever, at least you have a chance.
Well, you'll have a better life definitely than where you came from.
In our country, they'll take it from you, they'll whatever will happen. At least there.
Yeah.
You got to roll of the dice.
Yeah.
And bare minimum is probably better than here. And now it's like, no, you just show up and they give you a frickin', they give you a phone.
Give basket.
You get to stay at the
you get a food card. You get a good place to live.
A bento box.
Right. What city would you like to go to? We'll send you there on a plane.
It's just interesting how it's changed. Would you say that, does it feel, I know you avoid it, but like, has Trump support changed after it's been a year and some months?
To me, the people that still love him, the people that still hate him.
Right. And that's it.
Yeah. And it's there's not, I see
has anyone changed their mind?
Middle ground.
Yeah.
Have you seen any people change their mind?
Either
way.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. I think that's.
I think if you ran the poll every single day of the week, you're basically getting the same result for a very long time.
I mean, we have a relative who says, well, my life is terrible because Trump is president. I said, how? I said, how is your life personally worse off because he is president or better off because somebody else was president? And that person can't name a thing. Yeah. It's, well, yeah, but all the stuff I hear in the news, I get it.
Yeah. I think.
How's that affecting you? Yeah. Number one.
Yeah.
And number two is how much,
have you noticed them being less happy?
Not in the day to day. No, but there are.
Just seems like some people like
what was me moods from time to time,
right. But day to day, okay.
No. Yeah.
I just know there's some people who literally like carry it like a burden.
Yeah.
I know a few of those as well. Right.
I do meet people who are like, I'm like, hey, how are you doing? He's like, well,
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what? You a rich white guy in the hills? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Ice is killing me. Yeah. Okay. Any other perspective? I'm trying to, because I feel like every now and then stuff comes up and we're like, oh, we should ask.
Yeah, I know.
Anything we've said that you have any issue with?
No, I don't think so.
I'm sure a lot
at all. Like in the
jumping back several topics to kids and D wanting you to have kids and you both.
Oh, jeez. Is this an intervention?
Right, shut up.
Well, there's other subject material I could talk about.
I got set up.
But kind of getting to what D's, I think, saying, but when you have kids, you find a spot in your heart that you didn't know was there, that you had no clue existed. There you are until you have a kids, and
you're a black spot till you have kids.
A dark spot, and you kind of learn to. It's sacrifice with a smile, I guess. To kind of say you do stuff that. So many people are afraid to have kids. I don't know what it's going to be. Well, you don't until you have it. Yeah. But I think you have said and Scott have both said, well, when did you plan to have kids and how did you guys know what? We didn't really know what we were doing. We were kind of faking it as we go along.
Yeah. Right.
But seeing that person grow and prosper and be successful and self-sustaining
and strong.
Scott was great. No.
Darn, I was trying to find my
Sorry.
I was trying to find my angle there.
Yeah. That's your angle.
Yeah.
But no, it's
but can I just say, you guys are talking to me like I don't want kids. You're trying to change my mind. I need a baby mama.
Okay. Well, what is going on there?
I'm meeting baby mamas, but they're not baby mamas.
But what kind of effort are you making? Honestly,
I'm making a
not
real
in a
effort.
joking way. What kind of effort are you making?
I'm making a good effort.
He keeps going to the boxing gym looking for chicks, but they're not showing up.
All I find is tattooed dudes.
Would you be offended if you found a lovely young man that he had a child with?
Don't even put that into the universe or ask my dad that question. You're going to get my dad canceled.
Yeah, that's right. Honey, we're closing our business when we get back.
Oh man, you're the worst. I'm putting in the effort, and
When
it's
is
gonna
it?
happen. I don't have like a bad.
I actually don't even think you're not trying to do it.
I'm a hot
like you're not trying to
commodity,
be
you know
like
what I mean?
Peter Pan. Like I get that.
Yeah.
My question is more of like perfection is not going to happen.
Yeah, but I think I'm not looking for perfection. But
And
there's some weird people out
To
there.
add to that, too, the older you get, I'm just making a statement, not saying you
I'm
should
not
jump out and do anything.
sensitive.
The more set in your ways, the
Yes.
less flexible you become.
I actually
I do yoga twice a week. Extremely flexible. And also try to meet some baby mamas. That's right.
I think the problem becomes as you quickly realize as you get older, you're so set in your ways.
Yeah.
It is impossible to like. I'll give my perspective on marriage. Marriage is extremely difficult. Very,
I
very
would
hard.
imagine. Yeah.
It requires an immense amount of patience, flexibility,
Yep.
and the older you get, the less you have of that. And so, I don't have a lot of friends who've gotten married at an older age,
Right.
but I would assume if you're set in your ways, you need to find a partner that is extremely flexible,
Right.
which would mean someone significantly younger.
Right.
Well, as you know, he's incredibly regimented,
Yeah.
and which I have some admiration for
Yeah.
because, but on the other hand, if he was married and his wife said, honey, my water broke, and he would say, all right, I'll be back from the gym in about 3.5 hours.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You guys are now just being haters because you have seen me very close up with all of my girlfriends.
Yes.
I am very like,
You go all in.
well, not only do I go all in, but I'm very, like, I'm not like
Accommodating?
Captain, accommodating.
Yeah.
Very. Like I
know, but you in that time where
That's
you're
true,
at
but I
now,
think-
you became
that's true.
Andrew Huberman,
Right. Thank you. Thank you
And
for
so-
not saying Peter Attia.
and well, like I'm Captain Crunch. You know,
That's right.
Like it's whatever. It's like I wake up, I'm hungover. I gotta make my kids food, breakfast. They want to play sports. I want to do anything. It's not happening, and it's
Right.
fine.
Right. But here's the only thing that I'll say is like, you're assuming, like, am I so regimented because this is just who I am now and I would not break that for anyone? Or am I regimented because I've been single and that's one of the things I've been able to do? So if I were to find another girlfriend,
But that's what you have to keep it. You have to open mind about.
I'm totally,
If you find
I am, but I'm not just going to be a lazy pig, a lazy single
that's
pig
fine.
and be out of shape and ugly and not be able to find a wife.
Yeah.
You can get out of shape when you find a wife.
Yes.
I
Thank
got to
you.
be in
Yeah.
shape. You are living proof.
That's right.
You used to run a marathon a week and now you're a pig. But you know what I'm saying? Like I have to, number one, the discipline keeps me busy.
Yes. No, I'm
I've
down
been
with that.
able to be selfish.
But if you're so disciplined that you can't be social,
No, but I'm more social than I've ever been in my life.
really, where are
Yeah.
you going?
Bird Streets, bowling, New York. I went out in New York randomly to some weird DJ. I'm out. I'm out wherever I get invited, wherever the
Okay.
action's at.
I'm watching.
I'm out. I would argue I'm also more social than I've ever been because in my previous life, I felt, I'm not saying this was a fact, but I felt like I had to be a little bit in a bubble.
Yeah.
And so as you know, because once again, you've known me very well, I wasn't like really out like meeting new people a lot.
Yeah.
I was kind of like in my bubble or like, whatever. And now I'm just out. I was out in New York, just meeting strangers. Everyone's weird.
They are weird, but I don't know.
These young ladies are strange.
What are they talking about?
They weren't ladies.
Enough of this. You guys have both done it now. This is ridiculous.
Your dad's getting comfortable with your future.
With your humor.
With your future.
What'd you ask? Well, I would say there's a lot of like activists.
What are they activizing?
Everything we've just talked about. They're at the soccer game yelling.
So, but like, how does it escalate? So like when I was single a lifetime ago,
yep.
I don't think I ever had a serious conversation with anyone. I'm not serious. No one I'm having dinner with.
Because if you think about it, also like think about how much cooler like activism is now.
Yeah.
So like it's on people's dating app profiles.
Like what?
It's cool.
Like
Free Palestine.
Yes. Or like don't talk to me if you
MAGA.
don't. Well, that of course all day long. But like even there's like F Ice Cube emoji.
They don't like the rapper Ice Cube.
No, they don't. And they like their drinks warm. Apparently. I asked them. So that, I feel like it does seem to me like there's a little bit of like social, like everyone's
angry, social anxiety,
dysfunction, or
yeah, they know, like just like everyone, like they can't like hold a conversation or like making plans is really tough. It feels like everyone has social anxiety.
I feel like making plans, that is a thing that I could understand, that I feel like committing to something is extremely difficult for young people.
Right, but it's odd. It feels weird.
Yeah.
It's like they don't, and also like, it just feels like everyone has social anxiety.
What does that mean?
Like everyone's scared to commit to any plans.
But is that social anxiety?
Making phone calls is weird. Really weird. Instead, you text and you respond every 3 hours.
Emojis.
You text, you use a lot of emojis, and you literally cannot respond less than 3 hours. And I'll just tell you one thing about me. Well, maybe I am a little bit of a, whatever you want to call me. I get it, we're all busy. But like if we're like in a conversation,
I respond within 3 seconds.
You are probably the single busiest person I know, and also the fastest responder.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm not saying that anytime I text you or anyone, you have to respond within 1 minute, even though you do. Not every time. Like if I'm texting you and I say like, oh, blah, 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 and then you send me back 3 hours later, yeah. And then I say, well, how about this? 3 hours later, I don't know. What are we doing?
Yeah.
So
are they like strategically deciding?
I think it's part of, I think there's probably some dating coach podcast that they listen to that says, don't seem too available. Like, you know what I mean? Everyone seems, that's why I say social anxiety. It feels like everyone's like scared to just like go with the flow or meet up socially, and also like being coached. There's like a rule book.
Who's coaching them?
Probably Alex Cooper.
Yeah.
Like she probably said on a podcast, like, you're never supposed to respond right away. It's
every 3 hours.
I'm not kidding. It's like, it's very common.
Oh my God.
And it drives me bananas.
You might have to go to another country to find a girl.
Funny enough, we have friends, I won't even say any more than that, who like live by that.
What, import, export?
Just like, no, you know that what you have to do is just like go to Brazil.
Yeah.
And like I do it.
Don't the tariffs make that really expensive? No.
Apparently there's no tariffs on wives. Yeah. The Supreme Court just unwound it.
That's right.
I'm saying that we have friends that maybe don't even talk about it openly that do that. Like they just go there for times and try to meet. Not to party, but like to
actually
hopefully meet someone to bring back. And that's like a very common thing that a lot of men are talking about. I'm not saying I would do it. I can't imagine. But
you wouldn't get
I don't think. I remember our one friend that did it. But my point is that dynamic, that worked for that person because there was like a very like submissive dynamic, you know what I'm saying? Right? You're following me. That's not what
you're looking for.
Look for.
Maybe
like a mail order wife, you know?
Yeah, maybe not LA.
But look, here's the other thing I just want to say now that we've had a 20-minute conversation about my dating life, is at the same time that we're saying all this stuff, I'm really not like even slightly concerned. Like I think.
How old are you?
39. but like, I'm not even like
I
a
was
little.
married with my first kid.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't.
I'd been married 11 years and had both kids.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that doesn't. I don't feel like I'm screwed.
I agree. I don't. So what's crazy was when I got married at 36, first kid at 37, second kid at 40. And in my mind, I thought I was late.
Yeah.
And then when I started school in LA, you're just like, oh.
Yeah, you're not even
you're a young buck. Yeah. So I think from an age perspective, you're fine. There's nothing to be concerned about.
But also, like, I'm in shape. I'm financially doing great.
Yeah, but that's not the problem. It's a mindset.
Yeah, but I'm not. It's not like I'm like out here partying.
No,
what are you talking about as a mindset?
The mindset is going all in on committing to this new type of life. I knew when I got married, that is what I wanted.
Yeah, but I think, once again, if you remember my past, I have always went all in. It was just with the wrong people.
So, I mean, why would that change now? You've been an idiot, and why would it?
So my point is, the only thing that's changed for me is I can't afford to spend any more time with the wrong people.
I know, but how do you know who the right person is?
Well, I'm just saying that my filter has to be a lot stronger.
Yeah, but that could be a problem. You don't know who the right person is. You don't know what wrong people are. Like,
right, but you can tell when you start to hang out with them.
I know, but like part of like getting married is like you don't know. You just fucking go for it.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? You want me to just go to Delilah tonight, grab whoever will come home with me and try to have a baby? Kinda.
I'm not saying that. I think it's dangerous in Los Angeles, but I think you should.
Would you have liked me to marry any of my exes?
Or any of your exes?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I don't think would have been a good fit.
That's
for
the right
your lifestyle.
Answer. Right.
But that's what you're attracted to.
I would say I put more of an emphasis on that in the past than I do now.
Yeah. You, in order to get to a point of having children, if that's an ultimate goal for you,
yep,
you will have to look at very different characteristics.
That's what I'm doing. That's why you can't respond every 3 hours. I would have taken that from the others.
Man, is it that much harder than when I was dating? Like, it's impossible now? Or are you impossible?
No, but I also think I think you had a different. Okay, so this could be its own podcast. I think number one, I had a very strange 20s.
Yeah.
Just because I was on TV, I was there. So there was like all these other things happening where you guys did a really good job at like your little USC world and your little, I don't know, you have like I went to USC, and if you went to USC, I trust you, and we have a thing, and your families went to USC, and just, Trojans fight on, right? Fight on, and then you just make a baby.
Yeah.
Where like, to me, and you also got to keep in mind, like to me, LA, like it's not where I'm from.
Yeah.
So there's this other element of that. So then now I think that it's just a little strange because I don't have like a USC connection or a this thing connection or a, you know what I mean? I'm not saying
fraternity is MTV.
Right. Who went to that college? What's Snooki up to?
I think she got cancer.
Not good. Okay. So I think that I don't know if I could say that objectively it's harder than it was, although a lot of people would argue that.
I
it's just more like you. I'm in this weird zone. I'm in this zone because also like, once again, like I have a life created. I'm doing well for myself. there's a certain
and you're comfortable
level
with
that I expect.
But the comfort is the problem. Is that like you can get very,
but
10 years later, you're still comfortable.
Let me just say, I don't think it's comfortable as much as there's a certain level that I expect. And I'm not just talking about looks. Because I don't need, like, I expect someone to actually bring something to the table, like in a real way. Even if that's just, you would be a great mother. Like, Haley is amazing.
Yeah.
She's, even though marriage is tough and all that stuff, you're able to come here and drink tequila and be MAGA on this podcast while she's putting the kids to bed, and you know everything's handled and great.
I hit the lottery. Yeah, I get that.
In that sense.
Yeah.
And so what I'm saying is that's a high bar that I won't settle on.
But I think it's almost
I deserve
like
it
setting the expectations as you meet these people. Like, what are your, if your goal in life is to, fuck ice.
That sounded, just so you know, that sounded like you said something else.
Yeah.
It's just not going to work.
Yes. So what are you saying?
I'm saying like, it's almost like setting the expectations up front.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, these are my goals in life.
Right.
What are your goals? Are we aligned?
Right.
If not, all good.
Right. That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's why
you're telling me when you set expectations, what are you saying? Give me a conversation.
Well, no, it's just more that I don't engage if that's what their interests are.
Yeah.
It's not political for the listener if anyone's even that sensitive. But like if your time is spent being an activist, it's just not how I spend my time.
Yeah.
I have no problem with activists.
Yeah.
I
don't want to marry one.
Would not like to marry one today.
Yeah.
So it's more just that. It's more just not engaging if that is the topic. Let me ask you this. What would you like me to do? Like if you could plan my next month and I was properly, in your mind, playing the game, what would my schedule look like to you?
You get a Airbnb in Dallas for a month.
Interesting.
And
for a month? You want to spend you want me to go to Nashville and try different cities? Austin?
Not Nashville.
Austin?
And I'll tell you why not Nashville.
Because his uncle lives there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have family.
Well, look, I think Nashville is like a drinking culture.
Yeah.
And doesn't fit you. So it's not going to work.
Okay.
Dallas is also that, but Dallas also has a health culture and like, I feel like.
Okay, keep going.
So go to Dallas. I think you have to leave LA. I think that's part of the problem.
Why?
I think because you didn't go to school here.
Yeah.
You don't have the network of people that you will meet that you can get married to. Like if you went to high school here.
Right.
You're
saying like normal people?
You wouldn't meet normal people. You're not going to meet normal people.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Because
but I mean at this point, okay, keep going.
Because I'll tell you what, like my kid's school, I was at this chess tournament. So I'm talking to the parents. Fucking everyone grew up in the valley.
Yeah.
Their wives grew up in the valley.
Yeah.
It's like they're very much 90% of the people are like exactly their kids are exactly their splitting version of themselves, right?
Yeah.
So you're a transplant. So you're inherently an outsider immediately. Okay. So you have to like.
So you want me to go be even more of an outsider?
No, but I think
in Dallas.
I'm saying if you're in LA and you're on the dating apps, you're going to end up meeting more transplants. You need to figure out a way to meet more local people.
So let me just ask you this. What's different in Dallas where I would be a complete stranger? You said there's just more normal people per capita?
Because I think if you would go to the gym, right? Every single day. Gym is a great place, I would assume, for dating purposes.
Yeah,
you have one common interest. You like to take care of your health.
Yep.
So you're there. I think in Dallas, I've never worked out in Dallas.
Yeah.
I've never done, I've barely been there for a couple of football games.
Yeah.
And the opening of
But you want to send me there for a month.
Yeah, but I would send you there for a month.
Okay.
And you do your normal routine. Like you go, hit your tires.
Yeah.
You eat a bunch of steak.
That's right.
I think you will meet
a normal
I think you'll get a community of people that are so outside of LA nonsense that you're going to be like, oh, that'd be great. And I think that's why I think leaving, it actually might actually give you perspective that'll actually better help you find someone here, because you'll have a broader approach to who you might actually find.
So let me ask you this, because I'm trying to hone in on your advice here. Is the point to try to get around more normal people?
Yes. Like you need people like their excitement is hitting the happy hour on a Friday.
Okay, so hear you.
Yeah.
But my concern, here's my question for you with that, because I'm not against that. But my life is like a little different from that person's life. And even more so sometimes than I realize, the people I'm around or the things I do or the whatever. And there's potentially like a too big of a mismatch there of not.
Yeah, that's fine. I understand that.
I'm just saying it's something that I've seen.
So the people you golf with, for example, are they married?
Well, there's very different people I golf with, but
Half. Do they know people?
Apparently not. Because here I am.
Because like if you look at like just statistically, you're like a tall, white, wealthy guy. You should be.
Who's funny.
You're not funny.
Handsome.
You're definitely not funny.
Well connected.
You're not funny.
Smart, scholarly.
I think you're
well read.
Yes, you're well read.
Funny. Did I mention funny?
You're just not funny.
I'm so funny.
That might be it.
You're
not funny. That's it. I don't think inherently you're funny at all. You like to laugh, but you're not funny.
You don't mean that.
You're not
don't
funny.
even say that on the podcast, because there might be ladies listening.
A lovely lady that's like
who's going to believe you.
Finds you funny.
Yeah, so don't you lie.
I just don't find you funny.
You are lying.
I don't think you've ever made me laugh.
You don't say that on this podcast. Don't you put that out into the universe.
I think it's fascinating but I also think you just have to like go for it.
Yeah, but that's why I'm asking you, like, what in your mind does that look like? And you're saying move to Dallas. Like, can you give me a realistic version?
Okay. I mean, where's your gym? Physically, where is it?
North Hollywood.
Would you go to a less aggro gym?
Yeah, where would you like me to go?
Not where they're like beating tires.
Understood. Tell me where. LA Fitness?
No. Like the
Planet,
Equinox and like Sherman
Planet Fitness, yeah.
The Equinox, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
I'll go check it out.
Yeah.
I don't think it's all you think it is. I think like yoga is better.
Yeah, I think yoga, maybe some Pilates.
Well, now we're getting back into that other lifestyle you were talking about. Oh, look at that. I made you laugh. Idiot.
That is funny. That's funny.
Isn't there a Peloton club somewhere you could,
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could, yeah. That's why I'm saying, in all honesty, because I'm not going to move to Dallas. So option one is off the table. So the realistic, like if I came in and you're like, yeah, drama really is putting in work. Well, I go to Sherman Oaks Equinox. That's all it takes to impress you. What do you want me to do?
Where are you meeting girls now? And only on apps?
No, I'd say apps, friends, Instagram, out.
Nothing in New York?
Apps in New York. Works. Yeah. You can change your location to New York, and there's some beautiful young ladies.
Yeah, there's unlimited of those. I'm not worried about that.
Well, yeah. I mean, there wasn't any. Yeah. I didn't meet any wives yet. But that's why. Okay, so here we are. Tell me what to do.
I have no idea what you should do.
Thank you.
I'm completely lost.
That's my point. I'm doing pretty good, but that's my point.
Yeah. I don't know.
Here's my thing.
I'm a loss of words.
Here's my thing for everyone in this room, especially Josh. Don't worry about me. Because I can promise you that, number one, I know that you got married a little younger.
But I didn't.
What?
I didn't.
What do you mean?
I don't think I got married young.
No,
I think
younger than me.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. My point is, by LA standards, I'm still young.
Yes, definitely.
My cousin got married and had 2 kids at 40 something. Our friend, I don't know if this is private or not, that I golf with all the time, just got married last weekend. No kids.
How old is he?
40, almost 41. Yeah. My point is, I will have an amazing wife and beautiful children. And I won't be like 50. And you'll be like, yeah, I used to worry about that.
Yeah.
I don't worry about it. And he's still hitting tires and super shredded and healthy and disciplined.
When you become a dad, you're fucking fat.
I think
that's what happens.
Don't you project your fat lifestyle onto me. I'm doing both. But I can guarantee you that you will, you'll be like, oh, I thought there was going to be a problem there. There's not.
Okay. If you're making a concerted effort, then it's different. A lot of people don't.
Yeah, you're making an effort. I just have spent a lot of time with the wrong people. And I don't do that anymore. So just because you don't see me like with girls, it's mainly because of that. I have a stricter
guard. More discerning.
Not that like, but all marriages take work. It's not that.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a marriage taking work and like an immediate tell.
Okay.
Because if I've done anything wrong, I've maybe been slow to pick up on
that part.
So I just, I don't have time for that.
Those are easy calls from previous situations.
For some of us.
Not at the moment.
Some of us ignored them. But so that's all. But you don't have to worry.
Okay. It's fun.
It's fun? Worrying?
No, kids.
Oh, I thought you meant just talking about my dating life
in
front of my parents. On it, I got intervention.
Sadly, I brought us back to this topic, and I apologize.
I got interventioned here today. Yeah. Kids are fun.
So fun. I can't even.
Agreed. I will agree to that.
I don't know.
I can't even explain how fun.
Yeah, I get it.
And by the way, I'm
not anti-kid.
By the way, I'm not from, I didn't, like my adult life was Fantasyland. I did whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, wherever I wanted.
But you're saying kids are still more fun? Is that what you're saying?
Way more fun.
Right.
Like those are so distant memories. And like doing what I do with my kids now, pale in comparison.
But my only point was I felt like you were pretending, you were talking to me like I'm anti-kid. You don't have to convince me.
I didn't know that.
You think that like I just don't want kids?
No, I didn't think that. I didn't see an effort.
What do you want to see? You want me to stop by? You want me to stop by? You want me to stop by and ring your doorbell and be like, dude, got one. Yeah. You want to interview her? You want me to show you? Don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. You have no idea what I do from Sunday at 9 p.m. to Sunday at 7:30.
Yeah, hit tires and take Zoom calls.
That's what you do. So I have to post it on my TikTok feed.
If I were to just think about it, I'm like, oh, this guy just fucking hitting tires and taking Zooms.
That's the problem. The problem is it's your assumption.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm doing.
I know.
No, you don't. I'm not hitting tires. Okay, are we done? Is this a 5-hour episode?
Right.
Jeez, we've been gone for 2 weeks and we recorded a Joe Rogan 3-hour episode.
All right, we got a couple shout outs, comments. First one, Rugged Hamster. People should be able to self-ban from Kalshi Polymarket like they can with casinos. They should be able to self-ban from Uber Eats, Postmates as well, for that matter. I don't think they should be self-banned. I think
you can self-ban from a casino.
I mean, sure.
You can say like, hey, never let me in here again.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I think it should be eased into your betting. So like, I don't think if you sign up for a Polymarket tomorrow, you shouldn't be able to bet $50,000 your first month.
Also, shout out to this guy for doing his shout out as just a topic we almost started covering. Yeah. That's, I mean, look, I think that's going to be the age old question moving forward is self-discipline versus rules.
All right. From Andre S. Shout out to the Murthy brothers for knowing ball and always picking winners. Big shout out to the fucking world champion Seattle Seahawks. Destroyed both divisional rivals to make it the Super Bowl and then got their lick back against the Patriots. To quote Ernest Jones, if you got anything to say about Seattle, I got 2 words for you. Fuck you.
That's funny. Passionate.
From Rahul, shout out to Group Chat for getting me addicted to their podcast. I'm checking for a new episode each day like I'm Tyrone Bigham.
That's funny. That's good.
Oh my God. From Sean, praying for another pandemic so Group Chat pod can bring back 2-hour episodes.
Well, there you go.
Got it today.
Yeah, your prayer was answered. How long are we in?
Yeah.
150.
There you go. 2 hours, Sean.
Just put 10 minutes of blank noise at the end of this. Here you go, Sean. Your prayers have been answered.
Oh my God.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Dad, any closing words?
No, just thanks for having me on, and good to see all you guys, and hopefully we'll be back in April.
Oh, yeah, they're coming back in April anyway.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Stagecoach?
Yeah. They're big Coachella couple. Yeah.
Coachella.
And we missed Anand today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll miss you too, and but you'll be back in April.
We hope so.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
To see your new wife.
Oh,
April. That's right. You never know.
A little Coachella marriage.
Might be a Coachella marriage. When's Coachella? Mid-April?
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, that's where I met Haley.
Oh, yeah, it is, huh? Yeah, you're USC. I need to tap into your USC
You
mafia.
should just put it in your bio. USC alumnus. 2008. No one's going to know.
Fight on.
I could have been lying this entire time that I went there. What proof have I ever had to show anyone that I went to USC?
Yeah. You guys are a little mafia.
They're like, yeah, I went to Campbell Hall. You just like make up a story.
Maybe I'll do another profile with UCLA just to see if there's a difference. Sorry.
That's not going to work out.
Sorry. Sorry.
You only know USC people.
That's true. That's true. All right. We're out of here. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
That's a wrap.